Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday and it's like 8:40 something in the morning. It's pretty early. I'm just making a short little video. I wouldn't even necessarily call this like a vlog because I kind of just want to talk to you guys about just a topic. I just want to have a discussion. And I'm thinking of making this a regular thing where like once a week or like once every 2 weeks or so, I pick a topic to discuss, with you guys about. I thought that'd be like some interesting stuff to bring to the channel. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But right now, the reason we're out so early is because we have to go take my grandma to the doctor. She has a 9:30 appointment, and because she had her wrist surgery, it's hard for her to get herself dressed because she only has one arm that's free range. So I'm going a little bit early to help her finish getting dressed, and then we are gonna go ahead and go. I spaced for a second, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go. Her appointment is for an hour, so me and the kids are gonna go to Walmart and Super Target in Mishawaka and just kind of walk around and kill some time until she's done, because then we'll have to go pick her up and take her home. But yeah, I kind of had to rush because I slept in a little bit longer than I was supposed to. So I didn't really get to have breakfast. So I grabbed a vitamin water and what else did I grab? My peanut butter banana Cliff Bar. I am so in love with Cliff Bars right now. I really like the Lara bars too, but the Cliff Bars are just so good. And that peanut butter banana one is so that's my breakfast today. I'm gonna eat that. Hopefully we find some cute stuff at Walmart and Target. I don't want to get the boys' Halloween costumes yet, but I definitely want to start looking because I know that they just put all the Halloween stuff out, at least at Walmart. I don't know about Super Target. Super Target was just getting their fall stuff out last week, so I don't know. But yeah, we're going to go there and we're going to see what we can find because we have to kill some time for an hour. Honestly, knowing me, I'll probably be in there for an hour and a half and totally forget to even get her, because when I go into Target, space, everything is just so nice. I love Target. That is my store. But anyway, I'm gonna get into what today's little topic is about. So what I want to talk about is marriage. I recently got married. Oh my goodness, it was exactly a month ago. We got married exactly a month ago today. So that's really exciting. But I'm still very newly married, and I kind of just want to talk to you guys about what they don't tell you when you get married. They don't tell you, they tell you, oh, things are different. They don't tell you that you actually look at the person differently. You don't look at them the same way you did before. Sorry, I gotta hold my camera while I turn. But yeah, you don't look at them the same. I've always kind of looked at my husband the same kind of way. I've always accepted him for who he is. I know his flaws. I know his strong points. He knows mine. Blah, blah, blah. But when we got married, I started looking at him differently. And what I mean by that is I started expecting more out of him as a husband and as a father to not only our children that we have together, but my 4-year-old. My 4-year-old is now his stepson. So I really expected him to step up in that area too and be a good example for Nathan. So that was one thing that definitely, changed in my eyes, like how I viewed him. But also something that changed for me is how he is. He's always been the same person. He has not really changed since we started dating. And I look at him differently now. Like I see him differently. Things he does, I react differently to now. And that I can't quite explain, you know? It's like he has this irritating habit of when he comes home, he has to put everything back in its spot. He has a bit of an OCD about organizing. He'll rearrange our bedroom once a week, move the bed to different corners of the room. He'll do the baby's room, he'll do Nathan's room. He'll reorganize the cabinets in the kitchen and move all of my coffee mugs and my dishes. Like, he just does this stuff. And I've always kind of just known that he has a bit of an OCD about it, and that's just him. That's his thing. Well, he was doing this over the weekend while I was at work. I think it was Saturday. And I came home, and it just kind of like, I was like, oh, you're always moving stuff around. And he was like, yeah, Elena, I always do that. And then that's when I kind of just like sat down like, yeah, he always does that. Why is this irritating me? You know? It's like, I hear women all the time talking about how like irritating their husbands are, or how frustrating marriage can be sometimes. And it's not because anything changes necessarily. Like, nothing actually changes. I think it's just because when you become married, you expect more out of that person. So therefore, you know, your outlook on that other person is what actually changes. Your outlook changes. You look at them differently. Not that they're doing anything necessarily different, but that's what the real change is. And I've seen that with a lot of younger married couples. I have a lot of like Facebook friends. I'm in a mom group with a lot of younger moms. I'm in a marriage group with a lot of younger married women that I don't necessarily know, but I've chatted with, video chatted with, you know, messaged with and discussed topics. And they say, you know, he's kind of always been the same person, and I've always accepted him up until we were husband and wife. Then it became an issue in my mind. It's like, I've always known this is who he is, otherwise I wouldn't have married him. But now it's like the things that he's always done, you know, irritates me. And I think the same goes for my husband. He claims, you know, he's always looked at me as like a hard-working, loving mother, and he's always viewed me as his wife, even though we weren't married up until recently. He's like, I called you my wife, you know, I always viewed you as we were a unit. But I think he too feels differently. So it's just really interesting, you know? Sorry, you guys, I had to drop my grandma off at her appointment. So we have an hour now to get some stuff done. She actually gave me her Kohl's card and her Kohl's cash, so I'm gonna get Nathan some clothes. Because he does need more pants, like some underwear or like a shirt or something. But yeah, back to what I was saying, it is definitely different, and that is one thing that I'm really struggling with this last month, since we've been married, because it's been a month. It's definitely hard. Adjusting is hard too. And you'd think, oh, well, you guys already have kids together, you already live together, like, what is there to adjust to? Oh, you'd be surprised. There's a lot to adjust to. It's, you know, before we kind of had like a discussion about like finances and budgeting and saving for things like a house. But we didn't talk about it in depth because we just didn't. Well, since we've been married, I feel like a lot of our conversations revolve around money, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because, I mean, I want to contribute as much as I can to the household. Like, I want us to feel like equals. But that finances definitely plays a bigger part when you become married. Like, I'm going to roll the windows up because it's kind of hard to hear me. But yeah, finances are suddenly like a bigger like focal point. in the relationship. So sorry, I'm thirsty. But that is one thing that I noticed. And like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just interesting to me to see how we've changed and to see like how things are shifting. It's definitely a learning experience. And then like one other thing I want to talk about, because I don't want to like go on this really long rant about marriage, because if you're not anywhere near ready to be married, you're probably like, shut up, lady. But one other thing I've noticed about marriage is the whole what's mine and what's yours situation. That changes a lot. Because before it was like, okay, I have like my personal things, you have your personal things, we have the things that we bought together for the house. Those are ours to use, you know. But when you get married, yeah, you still have like, say like my toothbrush and my deodorant, you know, stuff like that. But most things are not just yours anymore. It's more of an ours thing. It's more of a we and not me. And I think that's another thing that people really struggle with when they first get married, is adjusting to, I don't have my own stuff anymore. I have to share, like everything is ours. Or like when something is purchased for the house, even if you didn't buy it, it is no longer your item. Like say I go out and I get like, I don't know, a desktop computer and like a little like office table and chair to like have like a little like office area. If my husband wants to use the computer and use the chair and use the table, he should be able to, because we're married and I bought it and it's going to be in our house. So it's not just my computer, it's our computer. Like things like that. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So a lot of people don't really, like, they know, but they don't understand until they actually have to adjust and share things. So it's a change. But I want to do more topics and I want to talk about more things with you guys. I just don't know what you would like to listen to and what you wouldn't like to listen to. So if you guys could, like, when you see this video, like when you watch it, if you could like comment or even just message me different topics, like what you want to hear about, and I will discuss it with you guys. We'll talk about it, because I think this is really a good idea for growth for my channel and growth for myself, to kind of talk about these things, you know, with you guys. So if you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little notification button down below in this corner. And I will see you guys next time.